One of the most frequently asked questions of a lawyer is, how much is my case worth? Am I entitled to a settlement? What type or nature of settlement am I entitled to? The amount that you're entitled to, the type of settlement, ultimately is based on numerous factors. Here are some of the factors. First and foremost, the nature and extent of your injury. Is your injury a permanent injury, or is an injury a temporary aggravation? Another aspect is the extent of that injury. And what I mean by that is oftentimes you may have a low back injury. Now you can have a sprain strain of the low back, or you could have a herniated disc resulting in a two-level fusion. The extent of the injury is going to dictate in many respects, but not always, the extent to which you're entitled. Other factors that come into play are your average weekly wage. The higher your average weekly wage, more likely than not, the larger amount that you're going to be entitled to. That's why it's imperative that we ensure that the average weekly wage calculation used by the insurance company, as well as the courts, is the highest allowed under the Workers' Compensation Act. Other factors include whether or not you stay with your date of injury employer, or if you're forced to leave for whatever reason to a different employer. Also, your age. How old are you? The reason why that's a factor is that if you're 56, the number of years that you have left as far as your working life are far less than if you stay in an injury when you're 33. So these are all different factors, and trust me, there's probably hundreds of different factors that come into play. It's imperative that you have a successful, established law firm such as Meuser Law Office that concentrates on workers' compensation, that knows how to maximize all of these factors, to consider avenues or different types of settlements that best fits your needs. Oftentimes, the best settlement doesn't necessarily mean the most money. Sometimes, given your circumstance, the best settlement may be to do a hybrid settlement, or to arrange to stay with the employer, or to procure retraining benefits, etc.